Hello and welcome to the Ledger update for Sunday. This is November 27th, 2022, and I am Craig Hall, the publisher and all-around good guy. For those of you who keep track of things like this is the 331st day of the year. Only 34 days left in 2022. If you care about local and county news, sports, obits, and more, please subscribe to our daily newsletter at heathenledger.substack.com. It's published every day with the latest and best news coverage in Floor County. Plus, you can see our Blasts from the Past and Did You Know features, along with our little ledger column exclusively on the daily newsletter. Please share this with anybody you think might be interested. If you don't like it, let me know why, and I'll try and do better tomorrow. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button and the bell, and we would appreciate it. Today's Bible verse, a voice of one calling in the wilderness, prepare the way for the Lord, make straight in the desert a highway for our God. That comes from Isaiah chapter 40, verse 3. And today's really bad joke of the day, when is a door not really a door? When it is a jar. Get it? The jar. Okay. Remember, I don't write these, just read them for you. If you can do better, send in your own bad joke and email it to Craig@heathenledger.com, and we will recognize you and your brilliance when we read it online. If you want to wish somebody a happy birthday, marriage, wedding anniversary, or whatever, email me the information and we will recognize them on their special day. In Oklahoma football prep playoff action yesterday in Class 5A semifinals, Carl Albert beat Grove 55-21, and McAllister outscored Bishop McGuinness 39-29. The two winners will play for a state championship 1 o'clock Saturday at University of Central Oklahoma. In today's weather forecast, we have cloudy skies early Sunday with the clouds clearing away later in the day in Floor County. High will be 55 with a low of 35 degrees. I cannot get my paper done. Sunrise is 7:04. Sunset is 5:07. And here's a word from our sponsor.
Rural America, the office of our nation's farmers and ranchers. You get up before dawn, and your chores are never finished. You're no stranger to hard work, and you need a bank that will work just as hard for you. With great rates, low closing costs, and local employees who understand your field, we answer that call. At Central National Bank, we don't just lend for agriculture, we live it.
Okay, thank you. We're back. Service for Worcester, 10 p.m. Walden officiating. Excuse me. Burial will follow at Ellis Chapel Cemetery in Worcester under the direction of Evans and Miller Funeral Home of Photo. He was born September 14, 1948 in Waynesboro, Tennessee. Passed away November 24, 2022 in Worcester. A memorial service for Robin Ray, 62 of Spiro, is 2 p.m. Tuesday at Mallory Martin Funeral Home Chapel in Spiro. She was born November 25, 1959 in Taft, California, and passed away November 21, 2022 in Spiro. And top stories for today, protests against China's strict zero COVID policies resurfaced in Shanghai and Beijing on Sunday afternoon, continuing a round of demonstrations that have spread across the country since a deadly apartment fire in the northwestern city of Urumqi led to questions over such rigid antivirus measures. Crowds stood and filmed as police started shoving at people who had gathered in on the same street in Shanghai where police had cleared hundreds away with force just hours before. Two New York City police officers and a bystander raced to save a man who fell on the tracks at a Manhattan subway station. plucking him out of the way of an oncoming train in a daring rescue captured by an officer's body cam. The incident happened around 4 p.m. Thursday at the 116th Street station in East Harlem. The man, who police said fell by accident, was taken to hospital with injuries to his hand and back. Kari Lake, the defeated Republican candidate for Arizona governor, has filed a public records lawsuit demanding Maricopa County hand over a variety of documents related to the election. Lake has refused to acknowledge that she lost to Democrat Katie Hobbs and has for weeks drawn attention to voters who said they experienced long lines and other difficulties while voting on Election Day in Arizona's largest county. In Oklahoma news, Trey Wolf made a 35-yard field goal in overtime after a tying kick in the final seconds of regulation, and Texas Tech erased an 18-point deficit in a 51-48 win in overtime over Oklahoma Saturday night. Dylan Gabriel threw for 449 yards and 6 touchdowns, but the OU quarterback was sidelined briefly in overtime after a hard hit from safety Reggie Pearson Jr. on a catch on a fullback play. Sooners appeared out of sync on offense and had to settle for a 34-yard field goal try from Zach Schmidt after Gabriel was sacked. The kick was wide right. In NBA action, the Houston Rockets beat Oklahoma City 118-105 on Saturday night. Jalen Anderson ran for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns. And West Virginia defeated Oklahoma State 24-19 Saturday afternoon. Anderson, a redshirt freshman, had rushed for 120 yards all season before the game, but he broke loose for touchdown runs of 54 and 57 yards during a 3-minute span in the third quarter to give the Mountaineers momentum. On this date in history, in 1978, San Francisco Mayor George Moscone and City Supervisor Harvey Milk, a gay rights activist, were shot to death inside City Hall by former Supervisor Dan White. White served 5 years for manslaughter. He took his own life in October 1985. In 1901, the U.S. Army War College was established in Washington, D.C. In 1924, Macy's first Thanksgiving Day parade, billed as a Christmas parade, took place in New York. In 1942, during World War II, the Vichy French Navy scuttled its ships and submarines in Toulon to keep them out of the hands of German troops. In 1962, the first Boeing 727 was rolled out of the company's Renton plant near Seattle. 1970, Pope Paul VI, visiting the Philippines, was slightly wounded at the Manila airport by a dagger-wielding Bolivian painter disguised as a priest. In 1973, the Senate voted 92-3 to confirm Gerald R. Ford as vice president, succeeding Spiro T. Agnew, who'd resigned. In 1998, answering 81 questions put to him 3 weeks earlier, President Bill Clinton wrote the House Judiciary Committee that his testimony in the Monica Lewinsky affair was not false and misleading. In 2003, President George W. Bush flew to Iraq under extraordinary secrecy and security to spend Thanksgiving with U.S. troops and thank them for defending the American people from danger. In 2008, Iraq's parliament approved a pact requiring all U.S. troops to be out of the country by January 1st, 2012. In 2015, a gunman attacked a Planned Parenthood clinic in Colorado Springs, Colorado, killing 3 people and injuring 9. Today's birthdays include TV host Bill Nye, the science guy. He's 67. Carolyn Kennedy is 65. And actor J. Legal White is 46. We thank all of you for joining us and hope that you have a great day and come back again later.